Next Gen Retro Man podcast. Woo-hoo. Burr, 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 burr.
Are you gonna actually add that sound effect? Please add that sound effect.
No, it's just gonna be with my voice right there. That was it.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Hey, I'm Ryan.
I'm Adrian.
And I'm Jason.
Sweet. Good to see you guys. Talk to you.
I don't get to see you guys.
Yeah.
I want to hang out in a closet with y'all too.
It's Skype, Jason.
I know.
For all the people, no, I'm saying the people that you don't know.
Yeah. Jason's with us via Skype. So Skype it in all the way from
The next room.
sunny Dallas.
You're not allowed in this room. Stay over there.
At 8:30 p.m. it's still sunny in Dallas.
Yes.
Yay.
Just in Dallas.
Just in Dallas.
Anyways, what have you been up to, Adrian?
Well, all this Warhammer talk that you guys were doing last week got me going back to my little carving and whittling days. I started carving a chess set a couple years ago, and I just put it away for a while, and then got back into it. Saw Star Wars again with Carrie. She hasn't seen it.
Well, she has now.
Oh, she has. Yeah, she's seen it now. It's the good parts are still good. Like I like the Han scene and little Babu Freak and little Dio, they're still cute. But like I was like biting my lips like on a couple scenes there, like trying not to like laugh. Like some stuff will come up and like in my head I'll be just like thinking of just like riffing on it and like don't say it out loud because Carrie hasn't seen it. Don't spoil it for her.
Did you tell her that Han Solo dies?
Yeah.
Spoilers.
What else? Oh, my car got approved for the repairs.
Yay.
For all the people who missed the other episode, a carport fell on my car and crushed it. And then we had to have it repaired, and we got a rental. And the rental got approved for extended term, so let's keep that going.
Good job.
Yeah.
Way to adult the shit out of that.
Yeah. And then I watched the Super Bowl. It was alright. I wasn't really going for a team, but it was fun.
Yeah.
It's a good game.
It was a good game.
A good game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Much better than last year's.
That's all. Yeah. That's all I really gotta say is it was a good game. Right.
Halftime. It was fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was like, come on, Super Bowl. Your wardrobe malfunctioned once.
Yeah. You couldn't give me one on that one.
You could.
Yeah. I distinctly remember I was choking when Janet Jackson had her wardrobe malfunction, so everyone was looking at me, and I was like pointing at the TV because it just all of a sudden it was Janet Jackson's nipple, and then I like coughed up whatever it was, and I was like, her boob. So, yeah. Anyways, good times.
What about you, Jason? What are you up to?
I'm trying to make a Dungeon Master board with some guide that I read online, and I'm starting to just as I'm making it, I just realized I don't have the tools to make it, so I'm winging it as I go. And it's hard. Other than that, I'm painting a lot of minis. I shared one of them, that Beholder, on the Instagram. And a lot of other ones that I can't share because it's spoilers for y'all's campaign. So I'm trying to finish those up so I can be like, hey guys, we can Skype the next chapter of the campaign now. Other than that, I've been working a lot, watched the Super Bowl. I kind of took a day off to hang out with Grayson a little bit. That was nice because I had like a weekday off, and we don't really get to hang out that often on the weekends because I usually have to work on the weekends. So we had a fun little day together, and other than that, I've been playing Dragon's Crown on PS4. It's a fun 2D beat-em-up RPG game with really neat art to it.
It's a little thirsty sometimes.
It's really thirsty sometimes, but the animations of it make up for it, and the gameplay is just a fun loop. You can play for like 20 minutes and...
Well, I don't know if the animations make up for it.
No.
It's gorgeously animated and drawn. It's just it's a little
promiscuous.
Yeah, like there's a lot of big titties, just impossibly large on impossibly skinny women. It's
The mermaid.
really
The
good
mermaid still cracks me up.
though. The mermaid and the like warrior priestess lady with the chastity belt on is kind of ridiculous.
Yeah, it's funny though.
Yeah,
It's like it's past the point of being like.
I just
I
know
don't
that
know what
if
to
I
do.
was 12 and I played this game, like it would awaken and stir things in me that now just make me laugh. Whereas
That
this would
only
be like,
Mai Shiranui and Chun Li did back in the day, or
all right,
Tifa.
there you go. Okay, all right, Jason, you're
There
revealing
you
some
go.
things. All right,
Nah, I remember lists that y'all named out.
I might.
Was that you, Jason?
That's my cat.
Yeah, sweet. It's a guest appearance. Hey,
Yay.
all
Anyway.
right.
Chun-Li, wow.
What have you been up to, Ryan?
So I talked a lot last week about Warhammer 40K. I am still going really strong in my like crafting and stuff. I bought like a starter set and like kind of switched like armies that I was gonna choose. I kind of went with one that was a little bit easier, I guess, to start out with.
What'd you end up
Yeah.
picking? Was it just the basic Space Marines?
I picked up the Vanguard Space Marines, which are like special forces kind of.
But are they? They're the blue guys, right?
Yeah, they're the blue Space Marines, but like the set that I got, they're like the kind of special forces. Like there's some snipers and some like close quarters dudes in there, and some flying units that are like made for like shredding light armor and stuff. So they just look really cool. Like that was kind of the thing that made me get them. I was like, hey, these guys look cool.
All of them look cool. Like
yeah,
every single
like-
character.
Yeah, I don't know. I just kind of went with that one. They seem like they'd be kind of fun to paint. So I haven't really painted any of them, but I have been just kind of real slowly assembling them when I have some free time. They do take a while. You have to like cut them off of the like sprue or like the got like mold thing that they come on, and then you have to like file down the pieces that connected it to it, and then
It's meticulous.
and actually like glue, yeah, and they're small and everything, and then you got to glue them together, and it can take like 30 to 45 minutes per like little guy that you put together. So and then
See, I need something like that. I just don't.
yeah,
want to.
like I said, I've really been just enjoying that aspect of it so far. Reminds me a lot of the old Gundam models that I build a little bit here and there. So
Reminds me a lot of like my uncle used to do like the little jet fighters and
yeah, oh yeah,
It's
it's
the same
honestly
concept.
kind
and
of
stuff. Yeah,
honestly made me kind of want to put together like some other models, like
Star Wars stuff.
yeah, or just whatever. I could do totally down to do a slave one.
I did the slave one when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But today I bought a pinch vise drill, which is like this little drill, so like drill up the gun barrels, which can be a little daunting, but I drilled out all the barrels on the ones I've done so far, and the one I did today, so it was kind of like felt good where they, some of them are a little off center or whatever, but like I don't care, like I still did it. Like these are my first ones, like I'm gonna take pride in these being the first ones I do. So
Yeah.
but yeah, I've been playing Dragon's Crown as well. That's been a lot of fun. I think I saw like the art book I got when I got it on PS3 a long time ago, when I was like clearing some stuff out of my game room, because I'm just kind of making room and clearing stuff out. And I was like, yeah, I really want to play Dragon's Crown again. I found it for pretty cheap, like $25 on Amazon. So I picked it up and I've been playing that a lot. Played as the Amazon again, but I've kind of switched now to the dwarf, and I've been having a blast playing as him. So, yeah.
I haven't played a melee class in that game.
Yeah, hey, what are you doing after we record, Jason? You
Uh,
want to play some co-op?
Sure. I was gonna try working on my DM board, but last time I was working on it, I realized that I cut one board like way bigger than the other boards, and so I already bind them together. So next thing I knew, I was throwing plywood across the garage.
Cool. So sweet. And then last thing, I saw Jojo Rabbit in the theater with my wife and my daughter. It was
Good movie.
really, really good.
Lily saw it?
Yeah. She wanted to see. She was the one that wanted to see it more than we did. Or not more than we did, but she was the one that kept saying, like, we need to go see this, we need to go see this.
She's very into artsy stuff.
Yeah, Lily's a weirdo.
What a
I'm
nerd.
just kidding. But yeah, no, she definitely, like, it's definitely like her kind of movie. But it was like tonally, like, it doesn't make sense. Like, it should not be good because the tone is everywhere. It's funny and sad and hilarious and depressing and beautiful and somber. But it succeeds in actually doing that, and all the performances are really good. It actually made me cry. I don't care. I'll admit it. I like legitimately cried. Like Kelly, I usually look over at Kelly in a movie and like kind of laugh at her because she's crying because that's what she does. Like, and it's not being mean. Like, it's just a thing. And then she like looked over at me and I was like nodded at her like, yeah, like here I am. Yeah, but it's really good. You should see it.
Yeah.
Yep.
No, I need to.
All right.
It's still out?
Yeah, it's I think it's on digital, and it's
Yeah,
like in a few theaters here and there, just because it's got like Oscar buzz around it or whatever.
I think you can find it like dollar theaters by now. Usually, whenever a movie hits digital, you can find it at your like discount theaters. And there's one real close to me, so I might check it out on my like during my little mini vacation for my birthday.
Definitely should. It's good.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been wanting to watch it. It's just hard to watch movies whenever you have a.
Sam
10-month-old.
Rockwell is a national treasure. I love
Yeah.
that guy. He's so good.
He didn't dance in this movie, did he? I was waiting for a little Sam Rockwell little.
Yeah. He might. I don't know. He might have. I can't.
I've only really seen him in Iron Man 2 and Moon. What's it called?
Galaxy Quest.
I forgot about that movie.
He was in the.
Speaking of which, I'm gonna
Charlie's
mention that here in a
Angels.
little bit.
Charlie's Angels. He was the villain
Yeah.
in that. But like every movie he's in, he does like this little scooting with his feet.
Yeah. All right. Well, on that
All right.
wonderful segue,
Yeah.
just drove off a cliff. It's an old throwback joke there. Anyways, so this week we decided to talk about how nostalgia can be a bitch. It's like there are things that, you know what, sometimes you just shouldn't go back and experience it. Keep it pure because your memories of it are much better than it actually is.
Mhm.
So we're going to touch on different aspects of that, movies, TV shows, video games, just different things. And we are going to talk about some stuff that does hold up, and still awesome now, like when you watch it again. Not everything, because, there's some things that don't need to be mentioned because everyone knows that they are still awesome. Aliens, Blade Runner, like, there's classics. Chrono Trigger, that kind of stuff, like, don't need to tell you, hey, this game is really cool. Like, no, yeah, everyone knows that. So,
Like stuff that like you'd think that should be dated, but like you go back and like this actually still holds up.
yeah. So first, let's go ahead and just hit some TV shows. Just go ahead, start throwing them out. Let's see what we got.
I kind of generalized my TV shows. I put old TV shows that required like CGI,
Old TV shows.
like Reboot. I used to love that
Yeah.
as a kid, and like I think even middle school and early high school, I used to love that show, and I tried rewatching it whenever it was on Netflix or something like that, and oh no, I couldn't
really
get
ugly.
through it. It's really ugly.
Yeah. Beast Wars is kind of the same.
Yeah, it just did not. It did not age well.
I loved Beast Wars, and like now I see it and I'm like, that thing is made up of like 8 polygons. Like Donkey
Yeah.
Kong Country looks better than that. So, I don't know, it's weird.
Well, I'll go back in time a little bit more. We got not the computer graphic thing, but like just Super Mario Brothers Super Show.
Yeah, that show sucks.
Yeah, it's real.
I saw it on Netflix, and I was like, oh shit, I'm gonna watch this, and then
5 minutes in, you're like, oh, it's like-
ugh.
have you? Well, there are two things from that show that I still do love. Well, maybe three. The song at the very end, like the
Do the Mario,
yeah, like that's still kind of it's dumb to me. I enjoy it.
that little dance.
The fuck you, Luigi. Have you
Yeah.
seen that?
That's like I think it's like the first episode. There's like
There's like a thing, yeah, where Luigi like gets pasta or noodle or something on him, and he like takes off. He's like, well, fuck you, Luigi.
it's probably not what he says, but
That
looks
is
like
what he says. That is what he says. And then the PSA Captain Lou Albano did, where he says, if you do drugs, you're gonna die and go to hell.
What? Who?
I shared that. Oh, you're not on Facebook. That's right. I shared that like on our Facebook page, like the first day I created our account.
Yeah.
I'll show it to you. It's amazing. It's hilarious. It's like,
yeah.
and remember, if you do drugs, when you die, you go to hell. And he
Says
goes,
Mario.
please. Yeah, he's not dressed as Mario, but he has like a red hat on that I can't remember if it has an M on it or not. But he's like supposed to look like Mario, but it's not Mario. I don't know. That's hilarious. I'll show it to you.
Oh, fuck you, Mario.
We'll share it on like on our social probably.
I didn't want to see Zelda
Oh, yeah.
cartoons because I really like those, and I don't want that to be shitty.
Oh, it is.
Yeah,
It's
no,
bad.
I'm pretty sure it is.
Well, excuse
I'm like, yeah.
me, princess. It's bad.
I'm just holding off and just keeping that as its own little gem.
So that makes like a lot of cartoons don't hold up. Thundercats isn't like not the most recent like reboot. That was actually kind of good. The like old Rankin and Bass like Thundercats,
I like it
Silverhawks.
still.
Do what?
I like Thundercats still. I don't know why.
When's the last time you watched like an old episode
That's the whole
of it?
thing. Like, yeah.
A couple of years ago, actually. Like 1 or 2 years
Rewatch
ago.
it now. I'm just saying like the animation, the voice act, it's just too
Snarf is annoying, but that's
hokey,
about
and
it.
they're you can just
Snarf,
really
snarf.
you can
Snarf,
really
snarf.
tell that the only point of these fucking cartoons was to sell toys. Like,
Oh, yeah.
that's all it was.
Well, there's like a whole. We'll get into like a whole 80s thing, but like
Yeah,
all of 80s cartoons were just commercials.
yeah. They like
Shoot.
they sort of like whole government regulations and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, Power Rangers, for example, does not hold up well, and I think it's just mainly to make toys.
Yeah. Well, there's an episode of that Netflix series, the Toys That Made Us. They have a Power Rangers episode that's actually pretty interesting.
Oh, I need to watch that.
Yeah, it's
yeah,
fun.
that's a really good series.
Yeah. I really hate to say, but like Ninja Turtles, like just that cartoon's like just
Mm-hmm.
it's
I
just
heard like the
too
first
goofy and like
The
it's
pacing's
weird.
weird.
I heard like the first like 4 episodes or like that one story is pretty good, and then
Yeah.
it's just kind of like whatever.
Yeah, I mean you could tell they just realized they were making money, so they just kind of did whatever. And I ate it up as a kid. I absolutely loved it. Like
Oh,
it was
yeah.
a huge part of my childhood. I have a box downstairs in my closet, like in my game room, that has Ninja Turtles in it. Like I took some out and like Ben and I played with them not too long ago, like or just kind of looked at them or whatever. But
Don't touch them.
no, I mean we play with them, but like he was just kind of like whatever. I'm playing Minecraft, and I was like, okay, I love you too, bye. But yeah, just another like TV. Like I can't name like a lot of specific ones, although I can. But just laugh track sitcoms.
Yeah,
Not like Friends.
Friends.
Friends does not hold up to me. Like it's not funny. And then Adrian and I were talking about before. The whole like thing of the show is just the guys don't want to be perceived as gay.
Family
Like, it's-
Matters?
I put
really-
all of TGIF to be honest.
Yeah, just like anything that had a laugh track on it, like I just watch it and they like say something that's like supposed to be funny and the laugh track goes and I just like blink and
But
I'm
that's
like,
filmed in front of a live studio audience.
yeah, but they sweeten it, dude.
I know. Just
Yeah, sweeten is an industry term for add sugar to. It's a Mitch Hedberg joke. Sorry. Anyways,
Saved
yeah,
by the
like
Bell?
even like Seinfeld, like I still love Seinfeld. It's still funny to me. Like it's written well, but just there's just aspects of it that just don't.
age well.
Yeah, like, but there's still like bits and jokes in there that are like the Kramer getting dental surgery and Mel Torme thinking that he was mentally handicapped.
Shoot,
that's so funny.
Chandler's mom, however, in like Friends, for example, me and Grace were watching Friends, and his mom being like or his dad being a transvestite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it just did not age well because it's just nothing but gay jokes for the whole episode. And I'm
Yeah,
like,
it's very homophobic. So I just like there's the thing like that. Like there's a lot of shows even back like 70s stuff that are products of their time or whatever that there's a lot of racism and stuff in it. So
Song of the South.
yeah, we've already talked about that.
we don't talk about that. Ugh.
Yeah, just a lot of like older sitcoms do not hold up well. And there are moments, like I won't say like they're not good, but you have to look at them in their proper like time and place. And
like a lot of like newer stuff too. Like I recently started rewatching The Office, like half the planet does. And there's a couple early episodes where they kind of make little homophobic jokes as well.
Yeah.
Oh, that I think they do that more as satire in that than they do for comedy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah. I just don't think a lot of old sitcoms hold up. Like it's just my personal opinion. I'm sure.
No, as time goes, sitcoms kind of fade off.
Yeah. What about like movies? What are some movies that you've gone back and watched and are just like?
I remember as a kid, I really liked Austin Powers, and then I watched it recently and I was like, this is garbage.
Oh,
yeah,
like early and mid comedy, early and mid like 2000 comedies are just, they do not hold up.
Yeah, well, that's also like, I think the first Austin Powers, the reason it doesn't hold up as well is because they ran that shit into the ground. I think if they hadn't done that, that movie would be looked on like much more fondly, almost like Zoolander because of Zoolander 2. They kind of
third is still my favorite.
I don't know if I've ever even seen the third one.
I think just like the jokes are just kind of like trying too hard or just like tired. It's like, okay.
Yeah, well, I think also too, like, I'm not trying to like defend it all that much, but like I think it's been copied a lot. And
right. And a lot of this is like, these are like the movies and games that started this trope that got copied a million times. So when you go back to the original, it's like, that's old.
Yeah.
Early 2000, late 90s movies always did this like weird track of music that plays in the background whenever anything's going on. Like Tommy Boy does it a lot, like mainly comedy movies, and it's just like do kind of stuff, and that stuff just gets on my nerves nowadays when I'm trying to watch movies.
Like licensed music?
No, it's just like some musical score. Like they brought in some guy to just write a musical score to just make BS background music.
Oh, just to like transition a scene?
Yeah, and like all of the Adam Sandler movies from back then, for example. Yeah, like just have like music that doesn't make any sense or anything that just plays in between tracks.
I actually look fondly on that in Billy Madison. I saw that not too long. Okay, so I'm just gonna do this one real quick. Adam Sandler movies don't. I think outside of Billy Madison, Happy Gilmore, I don't really like it. Like anyone that I've seen, like The Waterboy has its moments, but also like The Waterboy is like pretty racist and and a few like and kind of sexist and some stuff in some situations. But again, product of its time or whatever.
I like Big Daddy.
I like 50 First Dates.
But then again, I saw Big Daddy like 15 years ago.
Yeah, it just I'm just saying like they don't hold up.
No, there's parts of it. Like which one is it, Billy Madison where he's the kid, right? Or he's like having to go back to high school or
yes, it's Billy Madison.
There's that one speech in Billy Madison where the guy's like, nothing you said makes any sense whatsoever.
That movie's so good.
That's the best.
We are all dumber for having listened to this.
And yeah.
You're awarded no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
That's one of the best lines in movies.
Yeah. My wife is a dirty tramp. Dirty street tramp? I don't know.
Yeah.
But that movie, I look fondly on like the soundtrack thing you're saying. I remember the soundtrack in that movie like playing in the background, and I like it in that movie.
See, like that's good that you like it, but for me, it gets on my nerves.
You're like, well, you're wrong, Ryan.
It was mainly Tommy Boy. I was trying to go back and watch Tommy Boy.
Though.
See,
I know, I love the movie, but the music's going on.
Like 15 years as well.
The movie's still good, but the music gets on my nerves. Like, what was another movie? They had Dragonheart on Amazon Prime. And I was so pumped because I remember that movie so fondly, especially since it's like dragons around the time that like Jurassic Park was out. So I remember the graphics being as good as Jurassic Park, and they are not as good as Jurassic Park
Yeah, the
I saw a
shark.
clip
at all.
recently, and it's like almost like a Shrek cartoon dragon.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like it's a good cartoon, but bad movie CGI.
When you look at the actors who were in it, and they're all like, "Oh, hey, I know him. He plays like Draco Malfoy's dad, and I know him. He's Lupin and Ares and all this other stuff." And then it's like Dennis Quaid's in it, and I'm like, "Oh man, this movie's gonna be cool. Sean Connery's dragon." And I'm like, "No, this movie's not good anymore."
Yeah.
You need
I-
Randy Quaid.
Yeah.
Twister, that movie did not age well.
Yeah. I don't. I don't know. Like, so you say that in my head, I'm like, oh, it's not a bad movie.
But like, when's the last time you saw Twister?
exactly. And then every time I do this,
Did
Going
not
through
age
this
well.
list, I'm like, that's the whole thing. Like, you have to like think of some movie and then like remember when was the last time I saw it, and if it's like 10, 15, 20 years ago, it's like,
but that's my thing. I'm not gonna watch
What?
Twister again. I'm keeping Twister safe
Yeah.
in my
That-
brain
Their
memory.
eyes
Same-
open
same with, like, Zelda-
inside
the
of
Zelda
tornado
cartoon.
at the end of it. Like they were inside of a tornado and they're staring up into the middle of the tornado at the end of it. And I'm sitting here like your eyeballs would be ripped out.
you've
Y'all
never
be
been in a
dead.
tornado.
You don't know that, Jason.
It's like 500 mile per hour winds.
Do you live
You're
up
not
in Dallas
a
though?
you're not a tornado
It was
scientist.
an F5 tornado.
You're not a tornado scientist.
Maybe I am.
Also, how dare you talk bad about a Bill Paxton movie?
Or
Yes.
No, just Bill Paxton. No.
What was the-
Philip Seymour Hoffman. That's who you're thinking
there
of.
it is.
Yeah.
Philip Seymour Hoffman movie.
I hated Talented Mr. Ripley though, so don't
I
care.
never even saw it.
Yeah.
Avatar.
Like the movie?
Last Airbender?
No, the
blue
The
people?
blue one. I
Is
remember
that-
watching it. Oh wait, no, we shit on it as soon as we watched it, didn't we?
Yeah, I didn't like it.
No, we talked about it.
We were.
We
It
went and
was-
saw it like in 3D. It was like me, you, and Mark, and some other people.
Evan.
And it,
Can I say
did
it?
I see it twice? Yeah, you can say Evan, whatever.
I don't know.
That was the most video game.
Evan, we said your name.
Evan.
I've said Evan before.
Yeah, we saw on the IMAX.
Yeah, like 3D.
3D.
Yeah.
I remember it was that was like the whole rage because
It was cool. Like, dude, this is the thing. There are things in the movie that are really cool, and there are things in the movie that are really, really stupid. And
It's a James Cameron movie.
that's what does it. Like going
No.
back to it and like that's you go back to it now. It's like what 10, 15 years ago,
Yeah.
10 years ago.
yeah, how did that movie make so much money?
And
The
yeah.
Disney stuff is cool. I mean, so there's that, and I like the mech suit. That was kidding.
But when the mech suit pulled a knife.
Yeah, that's cool, dude. I'm sorry. Anyways.
That's
Warhammer.
Warhammer.
Oh, shit, exactly. Yeah. Those are, anyways.
There's gonna be like 5
So-
more of those. Never mind. Go on.
So, we always end up talking about this, but Star Wars. The VHS ones, like, I've seen those, like, recently. They're great. Like, they are how I remember them. And something in my head told me, like, the special editions aren't that bad. Yeah, they are. Like, just, they progressively get worse. So, like, every time I get to, like, Return of the Jedi again is my favorite Star Wars movie. When you get to the Jabba scene and they add that stupid song and dance number in there, and they do that
It's
zoom
Boba
in,
Fett's dad.
they do that zoom in on that like singing lady, and like she starts singing the song. I like get furious every time. Like it, like if if I'm holding like an aluminum can in my hand, I crunch it instantly.
Like this.
That sound effects. We got Foley artists in here. But yeah, they just, man, those suck.
Yeah.
Just all right, I'm done. That's it. I'm Star Wars.
What
I'm
about,
done.
what about
But they-
episode 3?
they did
You remember
play their
that
part,
fondly.
I know. I'm done. I'm not talking about Star Wars anymore. That's all I had to say.
The special editions and Shadows of the Empire brought people back up to continue like the prequel. Oh god, no, none of this is
All
great.
right,
Never
yeah,
mind.
I'm just shut up about Star Wars. That's all I wanted to say. All right.
Mandalorian's good.
Yeah, I know. Okay.
Right.
Star Wars
That's not
stuff.
nostalgic. That was
No,
a
I'm
big-
just saying.
I'm nostalgic.
I'm trying to
from
breathe life
last
into
month.
this Star Wars.
So hey, what about Video games.
Those video games.
I'll let y'all start with that.
So I'm gonna just go ahead and say it, and this might give me a lot of hate, but pretty much every NES game, like, not all of them, by no means all of them. And I am a retro enthusiast. I like retro stuff.
Retro man.
Yes, I'm a retro man. But I'm just saying, like, games that I remember, like, oh, I used to love playing this with my friend.
Prince of Persia.
Yeah, Indiana Jones. Like, those suck, dude. Like, they're not good. Top Gun?
Top Gun.
That was so cool. And then, like, I played and I'm like, fuck this game. Like,
Ninja Turtles. That's a big one.
Which
yeah,
one?
I loved that
The original
game.
Ninja
Me and my
Turtles?
cousin would play that.
Who made that first Ninja Turtles game? Was that Konami? That game's hard as shit.
Yeah, I still remember.
Whenever you get to that dam level, whenever you're trying to swim through the seafood that's all electrical. Ugh.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
It was
no,
a
that-
ton of fun, and but
Game's hard.
at the time, and I go play it now, it's like, oh man, fuck this.
There's that one jump that
you
you
don't-
don't jump over it. You
You
have to
don't
walk
even
over
have
it.
to jump over it.
Yeah, you can't jump over
No,
it.
you just walk. Yeah.
Yeah.
You walk over it.
But it's a jump.
Yeah.
The game's bullshit.
Ugh.
If you
Um,
lose Donatello at the beginning of the game, you're screwed for the entire game because Michelangelo and Raphael are awful.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, those are the dudes you use at the beginning as like fodder.
They're the ones that swim through the electrical maze.
The little pizza things come back, so that's good.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's enough.
We're not gonna save it. Let's just burn this off.
Yeah, I'm gonna also go there and say a game that I'm sure a lot of us are thinking, but GoldenEye does not hold up well anymore.
Controls, man.
Yeah.
It's the controls. It's just like in general, like shooters back in
can't
the
go back
day.
to-
If you can't use dual analog, they just don't hold up anymore.
Turok.
Turok was a big one with that
Turok.
fog.
One was bad. I still like Turok 2.
Eh,
It's just because of weapons in Turok 2.
when's the last time you played it?
Not too long ago, but because you have
I
the
know,
C buttons to control the camera on that. It's kind of like it wasn't quite second stick yet, but it was trying to get there. It was almost
Yeah,
there.
I know. But yeah, it's just any like
Any games that don't have auto save.
Yes, just man, took a
Games-
while.
Yeah.
And I would even say like a good majority of Super Nintendo games, like a lot of licensed games and
Just repetitive.
some RPGs and stuff that I played, like that I really liked. Like I go back and play now, or I've played recently, and I'm like, this like isn't fun. Like
The one that I was super excited for, I found the cartridge for, was this SNES Jurassic Park game. And it's like a top-down adventure game, kind of like Zelda, but whenever you enter a building, it becomes first-person shooter for
No, I
some
remember
reason.
that one.
yeah, it's really cool.
And it's not good.
Yeah,
remember-
there's no save and no password.
No.
I
And
remember
it's
playing
very
that one.
long.
And then playing the one for Sega where you're as the raptor.
Yeah.
And I played that one because I remember like, oh, this is badass. I'm the raptor. And I
Mhm.
went back and played it, and I was like, oh.
The Jurassic Park 2 game, or like Operation something or another, that's like a
Oh,
Contra
yeah.
style shooter. That game was pretty cool. It's hard though, but it
Yeah.
was,
All those games were hard back in the day. They made them
um,
intentionally hard because they were only like an hour and a half long, and if they weren't hard, then you beat them in a day and you'd be bored. Star
Like-
Fox. Star Fox is awful.
what? I
The
still like-
original Star
The
Fox.
original
No.
yeah,
Yes.
we played it like
It's not
right
good.
around Friendsmas
I can't
or
watch it.
Friendsgiving.
The original SNES?
I still enjoy it. I'm sorry.
No, you don't have to be sorry. It's
It's
good. I should
ugly.
still enjoy it.
It's really ugly, but I still like it. The music is awesome.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna. No, you're right. I guess I haven't played it. It's hard. I'm trying to separate this from like sucks and then hard.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's fun. There's you have to balance it like on fun too. Like, is it
Mhm.
hard enough to where it's just not fun, or is it hard enough to where it's like challenging, like Lion King?
Yeah.
Like, that game is pretty much like hard to where it's not fun because you get to that second level.
Is that the one where it's I
Can't
can't wait to be king?
Yeah, and you
I
have to
have
like
that
lower the
memorized.
monkeys. But yeah, like,
to, like,
it's just-
memorize
and then the
where to
jumps
go.
and like it's just
Yeah.
not fun.
hard.
Like,
I did beat that. Bink.
Yeah, no, I've beaten it like 2. When's the last time you beat it?
I think Aladdin's a lot.
Yeah, I have it in my
Aladdin.
game room. Like, you're welcome to try. But I mean, like, there are games that like I loved and that I like was afraid to come back to. Like, there's a game called Metal Warriors that I got a cart of. It's a repro. I'm just saying, because it's like a $200 some cart. But I was afraid like of playing it again, and it's still like fun. I still enjoyed it. The multiplayer in that game is like top tier. I love it.
I think a lot of this is also like when you play the old games, you don't just have that old game. It's like part of an emulator, and you have like 50 games. So like
Yeah,
once you hit like a hard spot, you're like, all right, next game.
yeah,
SNES Classic.
Yeah.
yeah. The AVP game on the Super Nintendo, I remember like liking that a whole lot when I was like younger. I remember renting it several times.
Yeah, I liked it
Not
too.
good.
Is it
It's
not
not
good?
good.
No, but
Oh, no.
there were also like I held on my
Doesn't
list.
hold
I
up.
have like the 4-player arcade, like the beat 'em ups.
Yeah, no, the AVP, and that's on my list for stuff that does hold up, like kind of as a counterpoint to it. The AVP arcade game is badass.
See, I never played that one.
That's so good.
X-Men beat 'em up's not good.
They Arcades for Home, like Texas Gamer Lounge, brought that to PAX a few years ago, PAX South, and I played it again. It was like when Tom was doing his old Mortal Kombat thing, so I just
Yeah.
was able, like, I played it and beat it from start to finish. It was a really good time. The X-Men arcade game is fun. It's a quarter muncher, but if you are on free play, it's fun.
If you got Colossus, you go over and over again.
Welcome to Die.
Yep. Nightcrawler is my go-to in that game.
When was the last time you played that game?
Beat 'em ups are just hard.
Didn't we play that at your bachelor
We played
party?
it at my bachelor party. We had enough people to fill up the whole thing.
Yeah, we went to an arcade in Austin and played that. It was fun.
Yeah.
Ninja Turtles and Simpsons.
Yeah, those are
I
fun.
like The
If you play
Simpsons.
with enough people, those are fun.
Yeah.
Like
They're
Yeah.
just hard.
Turtles in Time, like all like those hold up. Like
I guess
those-
that's the thing. Like if you
I'm playing
if you max
Dragon's
it out,
Crown right now. Like
yeah.
it's like a new version of that with loot and titties. Like it's
But
clothes.
not actual
they're not naked.
titties.
Yeah, they're not,
Where's
they're
your
not
cat?
naked too. Yeah. Meow.
Virtual Fighter.
No, it does not. Like
Those do
some
not
of those
hold up.
are
First
well,
time I
that's-
saw that, I was like, oh my god, it's 3D.
Yeah, well, that was another thing. Like, and on my like notes, I pretty much have everything pre PS2. Like PS1 games, like there's some gems. There's some really fun games. Wipeout, Metal Gear Solid, Vagrant Story. Like some of them to me still hold up, but that's a rough system graphically.
Ones that try to be overly realistic on that system have not held up well. Ones that have
Yeah.
kind of gone for like more anime art or sprite-based art, those hold up well.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. Symphony of the
Freaking-
Night and stuff.
Like Resident Evil on that does not hold up well, and the Resident Evil remake does because I can't stand tank controls. Like back in the day, they were good, but they confuse the heck out of me now.
Did you? I was reading something somewhere where one of the designers, or I could be completely wrong on this, but was basically confirmed that it was not tank controls because of the camera. It was tank controls for the tension element.
I don't like
the
that.
thing where they were saying, oh, it's tank controls because of the camera. Like you need to always be moving in the same direction or whatever. And then they finally have come out or someone has said like, no, we did it because.
I replayed Silent Hill 2, and it was so nerve-wracking playing that game with tank controls because Pyramid Head's trying to hit you with a giant sword, and you're like, I gotta turn left before I can go forward.
Yep,
I can't sidestep.
Like you shouldn't make it hard, like for that reason.
Yeah, well, I mean, it made sense why they did it, but it hasn't aged well.
Yeah.
You look back on them now and you're like, eh. But
Games that
then
don't have
it was
autosave.
awesome.
Ugh.
Yeah, I mean, some games still do that.
I forgot that that was a
memory
thing,
cards,
and then
man.
I'm playing some games, and then I turn it off because I'm just so used to autosave, and then next thing I know, I turn it back on. I'm like, oh no.
Yep.
The first time I play Chrono Trigger again.
Yeah, that'll happen.
The first game I thought of was Evo. I don't know if you ever played that on SNES.
No.
You start off as like a little fish, and then you kind of work through evolution.
I do remember that.
Yeah, that's like $1,000 cartridge now.
That's
Was it
not a
good?
good game. No, it's an interesting game. 10, 15 years ago, but if you play it now, it's like it's the whole game is nothing but grinding and just farming for points.
Is
Yeah,
it like Seaman?
in a weird way, yeah.
Man, I mean, there's a good story to it, but it's just you go to one stage and just go back and forth, just picking up points.
Yeah.
Old movies or old games are sad.
All right, so let's go ahead and like end this. Well, real quick, we'll do some like just random things that you fondly remembered, but you've like recently like seen it just like Papa John's pizza. I used to like love Papa John's pizza. Like
It's that garlic dip.
it's not even like I don't know, and it may not be the recipe change or whatever, but like now it's like this isn't good. Like, why did I like this?
I liked it when there was racist pizza.
I'm thinking about it, and in my head, it sounds like it tastes good because I can kind of remember how it tastes, but it's been forever since I had a Papa John's.
Yeah, I mean,
Because
you don't.
Domino's is good now.
Did the
No.
recipe change when that guy left?
I don't know. Hey, he's done interviews where he says it has because he's eaten like 40 pizzas and the day of reckoning is coming or whatever.
Oh, weirdo.
Fun dip.
Fun dip.
Like
Oh, yeah.
the like packet where you
lick
like
it and
tear
then
the
you put
thing
it
off.
into.
Yeah.
Little Kool-Aid thing.
First you lick it, then you stick it.
Oh,
There you go. Yeah, that's not good at all.
it's just sugar with a
It's
When
like
was the last time you had
crappy
Fun Dip?
sugar.
it's like crappy pixie. I think we got one for Halloween like not too long ago, and I was like, hell yeah, and then I was like, hell no. Like
The
this
powder's good, but the stick is
no,
bad.
it's not, dude. No, the powder's not as good as you remember.
No.
It's like a shittier pixie stick.
Ugh.
No.
The pixie sticks are pretty shit.
I like Pixie. The blue one. The blue Pixie stick holds up.
Oh,
When's the last time you had one?
A year ago. I got the big
Okay.
old tube at a carnival.
Oh man.
You ate, how
You
how
paid
fast
for
did you
that?
eat it?
I ate it pretty quick.
Is your mouth all blue?
Yeah.
No,
I
but
blew
you're
myself.
in a carnival. So
There
you're,
you go.
You're in a carnival, so you're in the mindset of like just crazy
Da, da,
sugar
da,
rush.
da, 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 da,
Fun.
da,
Eating
let's
garbage
eat this
already.
whole pixie stick and
If I'm at a carnival, I'm gonna eat a turkey leg and nachos and pixie sticks.
turkey legs hold up.
Yeah, I'm gonna eat
Yeah. You know what did
Um,
not hold up
Fried
at the
pixie
carnival
though.
though?
turkey leg anywhere I go.
Go
I
for
had
it.
a Warhead candy for the first time in a long time. And
Oh yeah, no,
God,
those are shit.
those are not good. They used to be so. I thought I remembered them very fondly as being tasty. No, it's just it's an
never liked
experience that you don't enjoy.
It's like a shitty lemon head, and lemon heads are shitty.
I never liked
Yeah.
lemon heads. I never liked Sour Patch Kids.
The Sour Patch Kids are good.
No.
They're
They
good.
give me upset stomach now, but they're good.
They give me bubble belly.
Oh yeah,
Eh,
Cadbury eggs. I used to love those.
the caramel ones are good, but
I
not the.
love Cadbury
it's
eggs.
just, it's just
I
too
get excited
much.
every year.
They've gotten smaller.
Oh.
Good. That's what he.
The caramel ones are good though. I like
I
caramel.
also have a
caramel guy.
so have good like this
Caramel
is on
or-
another subject on topic, but did they
Caramel.
shorten the amount of Girl Scout cookies in each box now?
I have stayed away from Girl Scout cookies.
I bought a box and I feel shorted one sleeve.
Those little bastards.
all right.
I'm pretty upset.
Um,
And also, I very, very fondly remember loving Sloppy Joes as a child. So not too long ago,
Making
like
them wrong.
last week, I remember exactly what I loved. I loved the Manwich Sloppy Joes just mixed with the meat. And I bought that last week to make for dinner because we're trying to make our own dinners to save money. And I made it, and we're sitting here trying to eat it. And then we had to add barbecue sauce, and we're like, this is ketchup food.
No, that's the two
I
things.
just picture Grace being like, oh, "Let's make our own dinners," and you're like, "Honey,
She's-
I'm making dinner tonight."
Don't
And
worry,
you
I
make
got this.
Fucking sloppy joes.
Yeah, have me the ketchup and the meat.
That's exactly
Kelly
what
would be,
happened.
Kelly would be so pissed if I was like, "I'm making dinner tonight, baby." Sloppy joes. Oh my
No,
God.
wait, Hamburger Helper is also like.
what happened.
This sucks now.
Yeah, no, yeah, I mean, but hey, like, you know what
The
you're
beef
getting.
stroganoff
when you
one
do
used to be
Hamburger
so
Helper.
good.
But that's the thing, like, you know what you're getting when you do. It's like eating ramen and like saying ramen sucks. Like, no, you're eating ramen. You know what
That's
it
the
is.
thing. Like, I still eat ramen.
Yeah, me
I
too.
love that shit.
You gotta, like, I've made it for so long now that I've like
I
mastered.
treat that till like lunch at work.
You don't-
Everyone likes.
you put about half the amount of water that
Are
they
you
tell
poor,
you.
Adrian?
You put the flavor in at the beginning. You set it to boil. You put the noodles in before it boils. You let the noodles absorb all the flavor, and then you just eat the noodles, and you don't have a lot of like broth and stuff.
Oh no, you get the bowl. You crush the noodles in the pack. You pour the noodles into the bowl.
Full noodles. Don't crush the noodles.
No, I need to do this because I gotta do it quick. You pour the spices on it. You fill up the water till it covers the noodles. Stick it in the microwave for 330.
You're eating this like you're in prison.
Yeah,
Picante
that's how I
beef.
always ate it.
Okay, are we talking about the packet or the cup one?
Packet.
Okay, you open up the packet, you grab the noodles, you bite into it, ignore all the other instructions.
It says manwich.
Kind of.
I don't know. Let's just make that up.
Don't worry, honey. I got dinner tonight too.
I got dinner
Here, bite
tonight.
into this.
Yeah, I made
This
fucking
ramen
raw
block.
ramen noodles
This block of ramen.
covered in manwich.
Yeah, but she was very upset with me that I made sloppy joes.
As she should be.
Yeah, I'm with you on this one, Grace.
I was just trying to make some nice, wholesome thing that I remember fondly as a child, and then it did not turn out well.
It's called Sloppy Joes.
Nostalgia is a bitch.
Yeah.
I'm excited
Um,
too. That's the worst part.
All right, so what does hold up? Let's end the negative Nancy talk here.
Start with movies and TV first.
Sure.
Okay.
Rocco's Modern Life.
Yeah.
It's a little bit more adult than I remember.
Yeah.
He worked for a phone sex line. That was a thing.
I think it
Turn
holds
the
up
page
this
and you wash your hands.
fully.
Yeah, that's just so good. And the Netflix movie was really good too.
So you need to watch that.
It's really good. You should watch it.
Mhm.
Another movie. I was talking to someone about this at work the other day. Who Framed Roger Rabbit?
Yeah.
That movie is
actually-
kick ass,
That-
man.
Best crossover of all time.
Yeah.
They did it before Endgame.
Yeah. We kind of mentioned it a little bit earlier. Galaxy Quest.
I haven't
we watched
seen that in forever.
Dude, it's so
It's-
good. It's still so
it's
good.
It's really good. It's with Tim Allen.
Tim Allen, Sigourney
Alan
Weaver,
Rickman.
Sam Rockwell. Yeah,
Alan
Alan Rickman.
Rickman.
Like it's Justin Long.
Oh, I
Tony
forgot he's in it.
Shalhoub,
Monk's in it?
yeah,
Oh, man. I gotta watch it now.
dude, yeah, it's so good. And then Dune kind of holds up.
I haven't seen that in like forever.
It's still pretty good.
I
Like,
heard
it's
it was
just
hold on, but I heard it was like pretty not good.
Exactly. It's just as good as you remember.
Is it good in the bad
But
way or bad in a good way?
It's good in a
It's
ramen noodle
honestly
way, I
a little
guess.
bit of both. But
See,
I'm
like-
not even really saying the movie, the book. Like,
Oh, I thought you meant the movie.
but the movie too.
Oh,
but
okay.
I mean, I reread the book.
We need to do a Dune episode with the book and the movie and when the
Dude,
I
Dune-
can't
that-
contribute.
Dude, that movie just gives me such a rock solid.
Shai Halud.
Just, oh yeah, dude.
There's a lot of good actors in it.
That's the only thing
Yeah.
I know from that, by the way. I have not read or watched Dune
The-
ever.
Dude, the book is so. It's probably my favorite book, to be honest.
Brave New World.
It's better.
A whole new world.
Yeah, I wish I liked reading.
Well, let's watch the like, man.
I'm gonna wait for the Jason Momoa movie to come out.
And out of all the people, Jason Momoa is the one that you're like. Anyway,
Yeah, because it's the first one that popped in my head. Because he had that Super
Sure
Bowl
did.
commercial that made me laugh.
yeah, I'm sure. Hey, anything for you guys that just stands the time?
Movie wise, it's for movie wise stands the test
Jurassic
of time
Park.
for me. Jurassic Park.
Ooh.
I'm gonna say it for
Yeah.
this: Crazy Clowns from Outer Space.
Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
Yeah, Killer Clowns from Outer Space. I watched it when I was a kid. It terrified me, but now that I'm an adult, I watch it and it makes me laugh.
Yeah.
But I love it still.
Yeah.
Yeah.
TV show wise, I'd say Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Still
Yeah.
holds up for me. If it's on TV, I watch it and I'm like, oh, this is good. I laugh.
I think Cheers has some good stuff in there. Or
I don't think I ever really watched Cheers.
it's a little. I mean, it's a little dated, but like it still holds up.
Adrian's older than us.
A little more retro,
Refined.
man.
A little more refined.
He's the kind that watches Frasier and for the comedy. I can't watch Frasier.
He just made eye contact. Yeah, he totally does.
Golden Girls holds up. I think that was just like ahead of its time. A lot of
Yeah.
Have you seen it recently?
Yeah, Kelly watched a bunch of it, and it was like on in the background while I was doing stuff. And
It was on in the background when Carrie was giving birth.
like, not joking.
No, not I'm joking. Like we're in the delivery room and it was just on like all night when she was like going through contractions and I was laying there watching Golden Girls.
I think
And
the
then-
DreamWorks movie Sing was on.
I don't think Kelly had the TV on because I remember I was playing Aliens Infestation on my DS.
I thought like you hooked up. Hold on, you just chill over there. I'm gonna play right here.
I can't think of like too much like parts of the X-Men animated series still
But
kind
the
of
other
hold up.
parts don't.
The later halves of it do not, but the earlier episodes do. And I'd say the Spider-Man cartoon
Same
holds
way.
up pretty well.
Yeah.
I think
There's
the
some
whole-
episodes that hold up, and then there's ones that don't.
Yeah, I think that series ended stronger than the X-Men one did, though.
Morbius having the weird sucky hands kind of bothered me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about video games?
What about him, Adrian?
I think the Mega Man NES series holds up.
The music. Ugh.
Yeah, the
that's
music-
that's what carries
But
it.
my thing though, dude, it's Mega Man X over Mega Man regular.
Oh yeah, but like
Oh,
still like
yeah.
like the NES still it holds up for like what it was.
Yeah.
And I think the NES series has better music, or at least much more iconic.
Yeah, it's more
Iconic, yes,
iconic.
but I love Mega Man X's music.
It's good, but like, can you remember like 5 songs from the X series compared to like?
Shit, I can't remember 5 songs from anything. Chrono Trigger. That's it.
Yeah. So, I mean, I was saying like a small like handful of Super Nintendo games. There's like a good chunk, like Joe and Mac,
Street
Metal
Fighter.
Warriors I mentioned. Yeah, the faster one though is better.
Hyper Tournament Edition.
Yeah,
Super
you need
Street
that
Fighter?
one on the original Street Fighter 2 on Street Fighter 2 Turbo is what the one I'm thinking of. Like that's
Yeah.
the one that sped it up to where it was like, oh, I can actually play this.
And it's got combos, yeah.
And I'm like trying to think like
I put sprite-based fighters just in general, like Dark Stalkers, any
Yeah.
of the fighters from like pre-PS3 time that were more sprite-based and less 3D, because the 3D doesn't age well, have like aged really well.
yeah.
Like all of those Fatal Furies, King of Fighters, all of those final
to the
bosses are bullshit, but still.
Link
Yeah.
to the Past aged pretty well.
Yeah, but I kind of mentioned that earlier. Like, there's some games like you
Oh, yeah,
you
yeah,
don't
yeah.
really need to say it. Like,
Yeah,
you like
something like
hell yeah, Link to the Past. Illusion of Gaia holds up to me.
Secret of Mana did not for me.
Secret of Evermore did for me, except the dumb bullshit trading sequence that they force on you in that game in the middle of it. I don't remember that being as like big of a deal when I was a kid. And then I was replaying, I was like, oh my god, fuck off with this. Like,
I put turn-based RPGs in general. Like they just hold up really well.
some better than others, man. Like there's some that,
Like Legend of Dragoon, I still remember very fondly, and I played that on the Vita, and it still holds up.
yeah. I used to play a bunch because I got hooked with Chrono Trigger and Earthbound and Final Fantasy 3 or 6, whatever you want to call it.
6.
Yeah, but it was 3 when I rented it from Blockbuster, all right? So, cool your jets. But, I mean, honestly, like, can't even remember a lot of them, but I just would rent them and just, But, you know.
Chrono Cross holds up so well.
Ninja Gaiden Black holds up really well. I replayed that not too long ago. I actually bought an Xbox, like OG Xbox, to play that, and holds up.
Where would
I
you put
remember
the
watching you
NES
play
one?
that, and that looked hard.
I just don't like it's hard enough to where it's not fun. Like to me at least. Like
Mhm.
fuck those birds.
hmm
So
The hawks out of nowhere.
yeah, just
Yeah, I was thinking like Castlevania, and like I guess that's kind of like the same thing. Too.
Castlevania, like they're fun, but they're just like the
It's got that
difficulty
Nintendo
on them.
hard.
All
Yeah.
of those Konami games back in the day were just too hard.
Yeah, back when they did, but they were quality.
Yeah.
Like Capcom and Konami.
Back
were,
when Konami were quality.
yeah, now it's pachinko. and all that.
Pachinko games.
So, some stuff for me that like just kind of randomly, stuffed crust pizza, dude. I still like a stuffed crust pizza.
I've never liked
Still.
stuffed crust pizza.
I don't know what it is, man. I like cheese, I like cheesy bread, and I like pizza, and it's just like cheesy bread.
It's
pizza.
a cheese stick.
Yeah, I like cheese sticks.
No, I did, and like I used to not like thin crust, and now like I like thin crust. And
Yeah, thin crust is good. Like especially if you get some like seasoning stuff on it. Like
Mm.
you can stack two pieces on top of each other. We're going to New York like in the summer. I'm so fucking pumped. Like I told Kelly, like literally all I want to do when we go to New York is I want to see the Ghostbusters. Oh, Ghostbusters holds up, by the way. Sorry.
The movie?
Yes.
Which one?
Yes.
Both of them. First one much more than the second one, but like second one's not a bad movie, but it is a bad movie compared to Ghostbusters.
You didn't even mention the third one.
But the Girl Busters? I never saw it.
It was good.
Yeah. But yeah, I want to see the Ghostbusters Firehouse, and I just want to eat pizza. I was like, you're going to get annoyed by how much pizza I'm going to eat on this trip. Like, literally just be walking, and I'm going to see a place and be like, I'm going to go in and get a slice. And then we're going to walk like another block or two, and I'm going to be like, I'm going to go in and get a slice.
You're gonna get a hot dog from a vendor on the side of the road too?
Maybe, but like, and probably not because I'm just saving for pizza. Like, I'm not going to want to eat pizza for like 4 months after this trip. Anyways.
I want some pizza right now.
And then this is something that I liked as a kid. I hated as like a teenager and early adult. And then now I've like recently within the past like 2 years, Taco Bell, man. Like
What?
it's so not good, but it's so good. Like it's just junk food.
Define the item. Like what item from Taco
They're
Bell?
all the same.
Cheesy gordita crunch.
It's all some tortilla and
Yeah.
crazy gross meat and cheese.
It's
Yeah.
that meat. It's the seasoning in the meat that's
The meat.
kind of, it's good, but it's not good.
Yeah, no, but this is the thing. Like
Like
I
freaking
know
Jack in the Box
I'm not
tacos.
going into it like saying like, oh man, this is like gourmet, like it's such a good meal. Like no, like I know what I'm getting when I get
I'm
it, but
gonna
like
shit so well later.
yeah, this is gonna clear me out. But like I know what I'm getting when I get it, and I enjoy it for what it is. Like I'm not going it. My expectations are where they should be for it.
It's a solid crunchy taco.
Yeah. I got a beefy burrito today. I think it was pretty good.
I don't know. We live in San Antonio.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Like I don't
He's not looking
always
for
want.
that.
I don't always want a steak.
I'm looking for that good stuff.
I don't always want a steak. Sometimes I want a shitty cheeseburger. You know, that's the same thing.
But there's good cheeseburgers.
Yeah, but like sometimes I want a shitty like greasy cheeseburger.
It's like, look, I know I want a good taco, but I would rather go to Jack in the Box and get two of them for $4.
I
Sometimes.
don't know about that. I haven't been to Jack.
I
in the
love
Box.
I love me some Jack in the Box
Bust that
tacos.
one.
All right, okay, settle it.
Mm.
But yeah, that's the. Oh, and for my opposite of fun, man, Reese's peanut butter cups are just so
Yeah.
good.
I'm allergic.
Especially you get the big cups that have the pieces in them. That gets me dune hard.
Grace says that the eggs and the bats taste better than the actual cups. Is that true?
Yes. Don't know why or how, but yeah.
I don't know.
The pumpkins, the trees, the eggs, they're all the same thing. Like, I honestly think it's all literally the same thing. The pumpkins, right? Or did I say pumpkins? I don't know.
Yeah, you said pumpkins.
All the, like, holiday shapes. All good.
It's got
I
that
can't eat them.
nostalgia.
I don't know.
No, I don't even think that's it. I don't know what it is that's different, but, like, they're so good. All right. Is that
Well,
it?
for me, I'd say ice cream truck, ice cream bars, still slay it for me. I don't know why. It's the gumball eyeballs. I don't know why.
I haven't had one in a while. I'm gonna
not
catch
gonna, like,
one
chase
next time
one
it comes
down.
by. Yeah, I hear it every once in a while here. I'll have to grab it.
I wonder if it's the same ice cream from like the 80s because they still have the Ninja Turtle pops and they're the
Yeah,
exact
it's
same shape.
With
yeah,
the
dude.
crazy eyes all over the place.
The
Uh-huh.
gumball eyes like on its forehead.
Yeah, but I had
Mickey
one
Bird.
not too long ago and I'm like, wow, this is still really good.
I don't like Sonic the Hedgehog, but like the Sonic the Hedgehog ones were always my favorite.
I always got snow cones. Always.
How'd you find one that had a sno cone? Mine never
Yeah,
had snow cones.
We live in San Antonio.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, no,
I lived in San Antonio.
I lived in El Paso when I ate from snow cones.
Oh,
So,
they had, like,
the snow
Rasmus.
cones. Yeah,
They're Rasmus. Okay.
yeah, Rasmus.
Those are good as fuck, though.
Cups.
But like every corner also was a snow cone shop. 'Cause-
Dude, yeah, I'm telling you, dude, a grape snow cone sounds pretty fucking ace right now.
No.
Yeah,
Artificial grape is so nasty.
Yeah. What? Oh, okay. No. What?
No, I hate artificial grape.
I'm gonna go to Sonic and get a slush just to spite you.
That's fair. I don't have to drink it.
I'm gonna Instagram it.
Pour it all over.
Pour it all over me. Another thing I remember fondly, Magic the Gathering cards. I remember that, and then we played it, and I'm like, oh god, I love this.
Yeah, I got back into it a few years ago, like I've said a few times. It's still good. Like I just like, especially now that I'm like getting into Warhammer, there's no way I have time or money for Magic the Gathering. But I think like honestly, if I got like just two like pre-built decks that were fun to play with, like I would be okay. Like just like playing with Adrian or whoever, just a game here and there. But
That red one you had was fun.
red's my favorite color in Magic, so it wasn't good though.
No.
It,
What's that? Yeah.
It was not good.
That black deck I got was good.
Well, the white cards you had. Anyways,
Yeah.
and remember that was Rakdos, Jason. I had Boros. No, I had Rakdos. You had Orzhov. Boom.
What the hell are
That's
you even talking about?
crazy nerd stuff there. Y'all don't
Man.
even know.
I'm gonna hang up.
All right. Well,
let's
I
wrap
think
this
that's
up.
I think that's a good place to end it.
Oh, yay.
Cool.
Send us
Well,
what y'all thought.
yeah.
what you
Like
think.
What was cool and now sucks,
what sucked and is now cool, or
and then goes back
back and forth. You know
like
what?
the Taco Bell.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And then also, just a quick thing. Next episode, it's going to be our Valentine's rom-com.
Valentine's
Match.
So we're bringing back the format we did for the Christmas movie death match, but this time we're doing it for rom-coms. So if you have any suggestions for movies you would like to see entered into the field of battle, send them our way.
Because
And
I don't
you
know that
can-
many rom-coms.
You can do that
Through
By- emailing us at
nextgenretroman@gmail.com. Hit us up on Instagram at nextgenretroman.
Yeah.
Twitter at nextgenretroman.
Yeah.
Facebook. Are we still doing Facebook?
Yeah.
Facebook.com/nextgenretroman.
Yeah. And where can they listen to us?
They can listen to us at Podbean and iTunes and Spotify.
Yeah.
And
Next
other
Gen
stuff.
Retro.
They can do all those things. But yeah.
Comment, like, share, subscribe.
Yes. Tell a
Something-
friend. Tell
Yeah.
two friends. And then they'll tell two friends.
We're not a pyramid scheme.
Not yet.
Yeah, we are.
What?
What?
We need to turn this into some kind of money-making scheme.
Yep.
How else are we earning money for Warhammer?
You don't want to know. I'm
Gonna
using my
hit on a
Psyche
different
Morbius
note this
hands. What?
Are we gonna hit with a different note this time? Are we going for B minor again? Or
We're not hitting any note.
Fine.